Modern Love by Hannah Dillon. Exterior, suburban house, evening. A couple bounds up the front steps of a modest house. Sandra, 25, is earthy and warm, and Joel, 25, is tall and striking. Sandra reaches for the doorbell, but Joel stops her, pulling her close. They canoodle in the cold.
Are you nervous?
He shakes his head with conviction, then nods, sheepish.
Joel, they're gonna love you.
Did you tell them that I'm...
A vegan?
No, that I'm...
Not Jewish.
No, that I'm...
He doesn't want to say it.
artificial.
On his wrist, a glowing blue hole, small like an auxiliary port. Sandra runs her fingers over it, then looks into his eyes.
That won't matter.
His face falls.
Of course it will.
It won't, Joel. It's 2065 and my family is very liberal.
You said you'd tell them. We talked about this.
She sighs, brushes his hair back.
I love you, so they'll love you. It's as simple as that.
The door bursts open and light washes over them.
Hello, honey.
Interior dining room, later. Clothes on. In a video game, soldiers attack robots, ripping them to pieces. Grandma, 85 and spry, sits at the table next to Noah, 18, who animatedly plays the game. It's projected onto his forearm, blending into his skin.
Stop that. It's rude.
He ignores her. Grandma tosses her water onto Noah's arm, and the image fizzles.
Hey! I was about to unlock a 3D skull crusher.
Don't use that tone with your grandmother.
Bill, 55, stocky and bald, enters and sits at the head of the table next to Joel.
He doesn't know any better. He hasn't been taught to interact with humans.
Bill sighs and removes foil from a platter of rare meat.
Joel, you like steak?
Oh, wow.
Beautiful, right?
Bill excitedly serves a slab to Joel, who gulps.
I said to Sandra, don't bring home a vegan. Anything but a vegan.
Joel laughs nervously.
Is that right?
Under the table, Joel struggles to pull his shirt sleeve over his power port. Bonnie, 52, poised and charming, enters with a large bowl of pasta.
Noah, shut Elsa off. She's overheating.
Elsa, a jerky robot, cleans a window in the corner. She has a plastic, human-like face, but her body is a mixture of metallic beams and exposed wiring.
Oh, she's like the oldest series ever. It's embarrassing.
If you're so embarrassed, you can clean the house yourself.
Noah gets up with an exaggerated sigh.
Joel, do your parents have an Elsa?
No. They have a maid.
A real human does their housework?
Fancy.
Grandma exchanges an impressed look with Bonnie. In the background, Noah hits all of Elsa's buttons, but she won't shut off.
She's stalling again.
Give her a good whack.
Joel watches, perturbed, as Noah slams the bot's head.
Sandra tells us you're a teacher.
Joel's eyes dart to her.
Yes, history, 7th grade.
Well, isn't that something?
Grandma smiles approvingly at Sandra.
I always say education is the backbone of society.
I couldn't agree more, and I love the kids.
Do you now?
Another approving smile, Sandra smirks.
What do they cover in middle school these days? The colonies? The Civil War?
No, actually,
In the background, Noah violently shakes Elsa. Joel struggles to maintain composure.
we cover the beginning of the 21st century. You know, the war on terror, the Kardashian phenomena.
Eh?
She shakes her head.
Oh, times have changed. I remember when history class was about the civil rights movement, peace treaties, Oval Office blowjobs.
Mom!
What? It happened.
Noah delivers a finishing move to Elsa's face, and she finally powers down.
No.
Joel gulps.
No need to worry about her. Model 7, no pain sensor.
They make him look like you're hurting them so you don't break him.
Joel knits his brow.
Actually, Joel knows a lot about this stuff.
Not ready, his eyes bulge with alarm.
His dad works for Xenocorp.
Xenocorp. Really?
A hush passes across the table.
Forefront of technology.
How does he handle the controversy?
Bonnie moves around the table, pouring wine into everyone's glasses.
Fine. The media makes it sound worse than it is.
I heard someone tried to bomb the building just last week.
They caught the guy. No one was hurt.
But still, How frightening.
Joel shrugs.
Unfortunately, there are always going to be ignorant, angry people, but Xenocorp's been creating intelligent life for 25 years now. I think most people have accepted it.
Has it been 25 years?
Damn machines taking jobs from hardworking Americans.
Grandma.
Sandra is genuinely shocked. Joel is unsettled.
What? We created them to do manual labor. It was simple.
She gestures to Elsa.
Then Xenocorp has to go giving them brains. What's next? Artificials can vote?
She scoffs.
I say why not? They've got brains, haven't they? That's more than I can say for some people.
Bonnie stares Grandma down. Joel shoots Sandra a nervous look.
Is it weird that your dad creates life in a lab?
As opposed to a hotel room?
Bill chuckles.
He's fun.
He's funny.
Any chance you're Jewish too?
Here we go.
No. I was raised atheist, but I have a deep respect for the Jewish culture.
Grandma narrows her eyes. He laughs nervously.
I guess Sandra didn't fill you in on much about me.
Well, she did tell us one thing, that she's fallen madly in love.
Bonnie sets down the wine bottle and puts her hand on Bill's shoulder.
With somebody who's different from the others. Which, if you ask me, is great news.
Dad.
Welcome to our home, Joel.
Bonnie raises her glass, and the rest of the family follows suit. Joel cautiously raises his wine.
Thank you for having me, really.
The wrist button on his shirt is strained, and a faint blue glow is shining through the fabric.
Cheers to the two of you.
The family clinks and drinks. Joel's wrist button pops open, and his blue power port is exposed. Grandma gasps.
What?
Nobody else notices.
Let's eat. Who wants pasta?
I do.
Everyone digs in, but Grandma is frozen.
Robot.
Can I go eat in other space with my virtual friends?
No, you're eating with people like a person.
Grandma's eyes bore into Joel's wrist.
Robot.
Grandma points at Joel. Bonnie drops her fork. Bill drops his knife. Noah chokes. Joel looks down.
Oh dear.
Sandra defiantly leans toward her grandmother.
Nobody uses the R word anymore, Grandma. It's unacceptable and hurtful.
Grandma is breathing harder now. She can't believe it.
The term is artificially intelligent being or artificial.
You knew?
He's my boyfriend, Nana. Of course I knew.
The faces at the table are shocked and concerned, except for Noah. He's absolutely ecstatic, speechless.
Your daughter's living with one of them. A cyberhead. How could you let this happen?
Nana?
Hold on now.
He's nothing but a smartphone. He's no different than Elsa.
The cleaning bot is hunched in the corner with a frozen expression.
How dare you?
He's far more advanced.
I didn't mean to trouble.
Don't apologize to them.
You should apologize.
Stop.
They quiet down. Joel stands.
I should go.
No, baby.
Sandra reaches for his hand, but he pulls away.
But you're our guest.
He moves around Bonnie. Bill rises.
Joel, you came here tonight because you love Sandra. And we love Sandra. So let's meet.
Joel looks back at Bill, then at his girlfriend.
This is my house, not my mother-in-law's. Dolores is going to be much more polite now. Aren't you, Dolores?
Bill casts Grandma an annoyed look, and she purses her lips.
I won't let you leave without tasting my cooking. Come on, honey, we've been dying to meet you.
Bonnie ushers Joel back to the table. He sits hesitantly, all eyes on him, and takes a big gulp of wine. The adults slowly start eating again, but Noah is frozen. His attention is riveted to Joel. He hasn't looked away once.
You're model 14.
Sandra kicks Noah's shins under the table.
Ow, it was a fucking compliment.
No cursing.
We're sitting with one of the most advanced pieces of modern technology. His interface is incredibly complex. I mean, look at him. He's a perfect specimen.
I prefer Joel.
Joel sets down his wine glass.
I would appreciate it if you could look at me as a person, not some machine.
He looks at Grandma, who maintains eye contact.
Sandra, whatever happened to that ex-boyfriend of yours? Todd, was it?
He's in jail, Nana.
He's only human.
Joel bows his head, hurt.
That is enough. This is the man I love. You're being ignorant and toxic.
I am not. I have no problem with robots. I just don't don't want one dating my own granddaughter.
It's an inherently bigoted comment.
Me? A bigot? I marched for the gays. What has your generation done?
This! Right now!
Please.
Grandma dismisses her with a word.
I can program a tablet too.
You know, I'm really disappointed. You love to talk about being open and accepting, but you mean with what's already familiar.
Sandra and Grandma glare at each other in silence. An alarm beeps. Joel winks and the alarm stops.
My battery is low. Do you have a power dock?
Grandma throws down her silverware.
It was bad enough he wasn't Jewish, but this, I can't.
She stands in a huff.
Whatever happened to staying with your own?
Joel stands too, towering above her.
What happened, Dolores, is that technology connected us, and once we were connected, we realized we're all the same.
Grandma points at its face.
You're not the same.
You know, you're right. I'm slightly more efficient.
Ha! We don't need an upgrade.
Why? Because humans are so perfect.
She stammers.
You make the same mistakes, fight the same wars, stub the same toes, and you couldn't find your keys to save your life. Are you really so narcissistic that you think that there's no room for improvement?
Grandma stands on her tiptoes, furious.
Yes!
Joel snorts and shakes his head.
To quote the late, great Beyonce Knowles Carter, I'm flawless.
Grandma turns and storms off.
Ma! Ma!
For Christ's sakes, let her go.
Joel gathers himself and sits in the awkward silence.
You're officially like Sandra's coolest boyfriend.
Thank you, Noah.
Can I sync with your internal drive? What games do you have? Can you be a game?
He reaches for Joel, who swats him away.
Noah! Go to your room, now.
Noah sighs and gets up to leave.
I wish I was a machine. Being human sucks.
With that, Noah stomps upstairs. Sandra turns to Joel.
I'm so sorry. I'm ashamed. Let's get out of here.
Wait,
They look over to Bill.
I know this dinner hasn't exactly gone swimmingly, but I want you to know that I support you both. I love my daughter, and Joel, you're a decent guy.
Patient, to say the very least.
Joel looks up, surprised.
Hun, we're so happy you came over. Please understand that we don't tolerate my mother's views.
We can barely tolerate her at all.
Joel rubs Sandra's hand, then looks to Bonnie and Bill with newfound resolve.
I know this seems crazy to everybody, but love is crazy to begin with, isn't it?
Hey, were you programmed to say that? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Cheers to modern love.
They raise their glasses and clink, then begin to eat. Joel looks down at his plate of bloody steak, then back up.
Bill, Bonnie, as long as we're putting it all out there, I have something else I need to tell you.
They look up.
What's that, son?
I'm a vegan.
Bill calmly sets down his knife and fork.
Get the fuck out of my house.
And